Ah man, what a day. What a day I've had. If you know, you know. And you know who else has had a day? Sukuna. He's been fighting for God knows how many hours. He's fought basically every single person on the planet, and he's about to lose to the only person that he doesn't want to lose to. And I know I said in last week's chapter 264 review that I don't actually review every chapter, but I had to do it again because the reading comprehension curse strikes again. Jujutsu Kaisen fans and not reading their own manga. Name a better combination, because today the title is, This Is Not Talk No Jutsu. So I don't know how long this video is going to be because the chapter wasn't too thick or didn't have too much going on, but I do want to give my opinions and a quick recap of what I actually think is one of the better chapters of JJK that we've had in recent history. So let's get right into it. As always, we're going to start with the chapter recap. Sukuna gives a little bit of info about this dog dimension, and we've seen it before with him and Jogo, we've seen it before with him in the waffled one, and this time, lo and behold, we see it with Sukuna on the receiving end of Yuji. As you can see by the text here, he says he's experienced this before, and it's a rare phenomenon with connecting sorcerers during the height of battle, but Yuji also just opened his domain. And Yuji's domain might actually just be Benevolent Shrine. It might bring someone into this realm of getting dogged, I don't know what else to call it, the afterlife, without having killed them. And that's right up Yuji's character. He doesn't want to kill people, but he will if he has to. And we'll get to why Benevolent Shrine is not exactly Talk No Jutsu in a moment. But anyway, the domain, or the Get Dog dimension, whatever it is, starts with Yuji taking Suki down a trip down memory lane. They start in the train station, they go down, and Yuji starts saying, hey man, this is from my child, this is from my child. Sukuna says, I really don't give a fuck, why are you showing me all this? Fortunately for us, we get a little bit of Yuji backstory, but unfortunately for Sukuna, because this isn't happening in Sendai where Yuji was born, we don't actually get to see where Kenjaku took backshots from Jin. And I just want to say, regarding this panel on the screen right now where Yuji is explaining to Sukuna what's going on, look at the fucking nerve of Gigi Akautamay putting his name on this manga as though it's his. We have long since claimed this, buddy. Don't fucking pretend. I mean, the absolute nerve, the audacity of this dude, Gigi Akautamay, to put his fucking conceited ass print on this manga. Anyway, Sukuna continues hating on Yuji. I find it really funny that a lot of people took this panel at face value when Yuji and Sukuna are talking about flowers, and Sukuna says, I never once looked through your memories. There are literally 3 dots before he starts talking. The man's lying to Yuji. He says, no, I wasn't looking through your memories. It was just Megumi, dude. It was when I was researching Maguraga. Shut the fuck up, Sukuna. You've already lost. You're making it worse for yourself, man. You're tanking your own stock value. And then you'll never expect what happens next, because this was our Jujutsu Kaisen. They catch crayfish. That's what happens in the chapter. This might actually be the best uncle/nephew bonding in anime history. I can't name a single one off the top of my head, so by definition, it's number 1. And then the chapter continues. We get a little picture of baby Yuji drinking a sweet milk tea, and then this fucking super nerd Sukuna gets so antsy, gets so anxious about Yuji walking him on a leash, forcing him to listen to what he has to say, that he literally starts crying and says, I've had enough. Please just tell me what you're gonna say. And Yuji tells us that his philosophy has changed. He is no longer the cog of the story. And this is really powerful because it's accompanied by a whole page of dead people and a whole page of people who will come back next chapter. Let's go. I made this entire video just so I could say this joke. You may as well click off at that point. Congratulations, Luca. You fucking done it. Let's go. On a side note, how the fuck did Gigi Akautamay forget to draw Nobara? This is not Nobara, man. This is the shapeshifter from The Boys, confirmed. Also, Gojo left eye. Gojo's coming back. Anyway, shitty jokes aside, Yuji says, you know what? People aren't tools. People aren't meant to be born with a purpose. If you have a purpose, great, go fulfill it. If not, you can still live as a human being. And Sukuna decides to refute this philosophy again while crying because he can't fucking do anything like the little bitch that he is. And I mean, he gave him a chance. We can all agree on that. He gave him a quick, honest chance, and Yuji says, you know what? I'm gonna put you down like the fucking dog you are. Release Megumi, and we're gonna be good. My brother. If Gojo didn't kill Mahoraga, Sukuna would be calling for his father so hard right now to help him adapt with these emotions that he's never had to feel before. Sukuna, you just got fucking bullied, my guy. Jesus Christ, man, it's worse than getting a fucking swirl. You got stuffed into a locker, man. There were your mom jokes thrown away. The principal called you and thought it was your fault. Just get fucking destroyed. And so that's how chapter 265 ends. Let's talk about the characters present in this chapter, starting with the crayfish. Typical American. All bark and no bite. Another classic joke. Thank you. Me. Sukuna makes fun of Yuji for catching a small crayfish. Yuji says Japanese is rare, okay, whatever. Gege's pushing another agenda. It's about the size doesn't matter agenda. Shout out to all of you watching. Shout out to Cody Ko. But that's besides the point. There's another agenda that I need to push. Both of these crayfish could definitely solo Momo. Anyway, moving on to Sukuna. Like I said, he listened like a fucking dog this chapter. He was walking behind his new daddy. He was on that leash. There was a shock collar, man. He wasn't allowed to say anything. He's fuming. I'm surprised, honestly, that his fragile ego didn't decide to fucking fuga the entire target. And look how cool he's trying to look in this chapter. Yeah, you hit a perfect 10. Yeah, you're from the era of archery. Dog, this is a character desecration started by Yuji. This was the worst moment of his life because Yuji is pitying him. The one person he doesn't want pity from. And Sukuna seethed. He molded. He got mad and batted. He got get-gooded by Itadori so much so that he lost, in my opinion, 5 million fucking aura. Yeah, he's drawn cool here, but dude, right in front of your eyes. I'll slaughter each and every human being you claim to be oh so valuable. Fucking, yeah, man. Type on your keyboard. Keyboard warrior. And you know what? I don't want to talk too fast because I think there's a very real possibility that more people die and that Sukuna somehow cheats and starts the merger. But dog, you look like you're fucking taking a shit and it's not coming out. You're not scaring anyone. Next up, we've got baby Yuji, who likes sweet milk tea and he's very cute, very based. Thank you, Gege, for this one. And of course, we've got the GOAT, Yuji. This is a top 5 aura panel instantly. And let me just say, he regained his Sukuna eyes here throughout the entire chapter. When he opened his domain, in fact, he had his Itadori eyes. Now, they're back to the fucking merciless killing machine that he can be. I mean, dude, this panel goes so fucking hard. It's almost like he's begging Sukuna to surrender because he doesn't want to become the same monster that Sukuna is. It's just so fucking cold. And not only that, he caught a Japanese crayfish. I didn't think I needed to know that, but thank you. Now, really what I wanted to talk about was this was not talk no jutsu. In fact, in this panel, he even says no dice, huh? Figured this is a character elaboration moment for Yuji. First of all, in this chapter, we see Sukuna weaker than he's ever been before, even including the Gojo fight. It's an ideal breaking, it's a character development moment for Yuji, and we know that he's going to and is willing to beat the shit out of Sukuna. Obviously, when chapters come out and leaks come out, there's not like ideal translations right off the bat, but the fact that so many people thought like, oh my god, JJK is going down this hole again, man. He's gonna be redeemed. Sukuna's not gonna fucking die to Yuji. Dog, what part of this chapter makes you think that Yuji doesn't want to fucking desecrate Sukuna's grave? He tells him, I fucking loathe you as a human being. It's Shades of Mahito again. So no, I don't think this was a talk no jutsu domain. I think that Yuji is about to unleash his signature technique. I am about to beat the fucking shit out of you, you dumb dog. Sit down. And man, he pities Sukuna and is talking to Megumi. There's layers to this thing. Remember, Megumi still knows what Sukuna is experiencing. This could be Yuji's last plea for Megumi to help him. And to be honest, I think actually Megumi will help. Now that Sukuna is so fucking weak, he sees that Yuji is begging him. I hope, for the sake of fucking Megumi fans at this point, that when the fight is done between Sukuna and Yuji, that Megumi wakes up and he says, yes, I will help you. That is all they are fighting for at this point. So Yuji, my goat, you are the Jujutsu Kaisen aura character. You have so many fucking dope moments, and it's cool every time. Unfortunately, people can't read. But there's one more character that I want to talk about in this chapter review, and that's Yuta. The only backup plan we needed was Yuji. So keep that in mind for your next time. Anyway, in conclusion, what can we say about chapter 265? Sukuna is seething, Yuji has aura, and Yuta, as always, is napping. Genuinely though, I still don't understand the narrative implications of Yuta coming back in Gojo's body, considering the domain thing didn't really need to happen. Sukuna didn't have to reopen his domain, but you know what? I'll wait until the fucking series is over, and if by that point it still doesn't matter, then Gigi Akautamay, you fucked. But like I said at the beginning of the video, the domain has yet to be seen or at least explained, so next chapter holds a lot. I thought that this chapter was really good. It's an introductory chapter to the next chapter while also developing the characters in a way that we haven't seen them yet, and giving them a one-on-one time that we haven't seen since really the beginning of the series. I hope you guys enjoyed the chapter as much as I did. If you did or didn't, let me know in the comments down below. But while I was reading it, the chapter felt almost peaceful, and I think Gege did a really good job juxtaposing that chapter with what's incoming next, which is what I'm hoping for, a generational beatdown. And I want it to be gritty, I want it to be tough, I want it to be bloody. I don't want Sukuna to take it lying down, and ultimately Yuji will prevail because he's the fucking tank lord or a goat, man. That's all I can say. So really, the conclusion of chapter 265 lets us know that Uncle is pissed and Yuji will damsel in distress Megumi because he's probably not gonna lock in. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing. Jujutsu Kaisen fans, Yuji PR team, Sukuna PR team, let me know what you thought of the chapter down below, and let me know what you think is going to happen next. When you read it, do you think it's going to be a talk no jutsu, or do you think it's going to be a generational beatdown? I am really interested in seeing what happens next, and hopefully Gege doesn't drop the ball. Honestly, he's been cooking these past couple of chapters, so I'll give him props. If you have any other suggestions for future videos, please let me know those down below as well. Any series, games, real life things we can cover online, quizzes, blah, blah, blah. I'll do it fucking all, man, for you. For at least, I don't know, the YouTube ad revenue, which isn't a whole lot, especially when you swear a lot. But I'm going on another yapping tangent. Anyway, you look incredibly beautiful, my green-eyed goddess. I love you. Goodbye.